kwĩragwo atĩrĩrĩ ta rĩu ũcaĩire mũndũ rĩ ona Ngai arĩ igũrũ nĩakenaga ndũĩ onake ti Ngai arĩ atĩ nĩgetha atũre ũũ ĩno situation onawe no wĩkore nĩ njiguaga kũrĩra
we nĩwe watũmirwo nĩ Ngai ũke mũciĩ ũyũ we nĩwe mũraika wao. Hi guys, at this particular moment we had already bought the things that we needed both from the supermarket and the market, and the only thing that was left was us heading to the family because they were eagerly waiting for us, and the girl that I had contacted earlier kept asking me how far we are. Finally, through the help of a neighbor, we were here, and I couldn't believe that this day has come, and a day like this I would make arrangements, come see someone and put a smile on their face. So we headed to this homestead using this path. Unfortunately, this lady was not here, but she wasn't very far. She had gone to pick one of her kids from school. Waku
wageni wanafika bila mwenyewe
bila mwenyewe kufika.
Mzuri sana.
Habari ya mama?
Mzuri.
Poa sana. Ni sisi tumetembea.
Karibuni.
Asanti. Uko gerete kana shukuru?
Ndikaje tukugirete.
Oh.
Handu twakuhetuka na hau rugongo. Ndiona. Twakuhetuka na hau rugongo. Karibuni.
Finally, we were so lucky to come across a neighbor, a mom of a girl who had posted on Facebook about this story. And this lady narrated to us how it became a burden to her since this family came to this compound.
Reke njuge Ngai nĩ andeithirie kwambĩrĩria kũmateithia. Na ti atĩ nĩ kũmateithia no teithio mũnene. Ndakorwo ndĩ na irigũ ngamarehera tũgatinana. Akorwo nĩ tũwaru ngĩgũra nuthu, akorwo nĩ bucket ndĩragũra nao ngamagũrĩra kanuthu tũkagayana. That means atĩ ti kwĩyarĩrĩria no makwĩre atĩrĩrĩ nginya mũthenya ũcio moyagwo video rĩ matiarĩ na gĩa kũrĩa na tũtioĩ. Ũyũ nĩwe wokire akĩnjĩra atĩrĩrĩ mam mũciĩ ũcio ndũrĩ kĩndũ. Nĩ ndageririe wa ndahota na ngwĩciria nĩ mwahũnire. Nĩ hangaga mũno nginya kũmakombera. At least ona tiga nĩ itaũka kũmoria rĩ no nyende kũmenya nĩ atĩa marathiĩ tondũ ngenjuge niĩ ti mũndũ wanjĩrire atĩ njoe ikinya rĩao. Ona ta rĩu mangiumagara makũnjĩra niĩ ndingĩmenya kũrĩa marĩ itakĩmoĩ. Na ndiũĩ gĩtũmi moke kũ moke gũkũ. Reke njuge no tha cia Ngai.
Na Ngai nĩ endaga mũndũ wĩtha.
Twĩragwo tha nĩ ikahingũrĩra.
It is true. Na nĩ wĩkĩte wega mũno tondũ rĩrĩ kũrĩ ũndũ Ngai arehaga ũgakorwo ũrĩ mũrigo kũrĩ ithuĩ no kaigua kaũndũ gaka nĩ karagũtangana nĩ ũrenda gũkorwo ũkĩmenya andũ aya maikarĩte atĩa, andũ aya nĩ marĩire, na we nĩwe mũndũ ũrĩa Ngai arehire gĩikaro gĩkĩ nĩgetha ũhote kũmateithia na ũhote at least angĩkorwo nĩ irio magĩte rĩ no mahe irio cia kũrĩa. Angĩkorwo ta rĩngĩ nĩ mwana ũthirirwo nĩ nguo rĩ no mũhe nguo ya gwĩkĩra. Na tugakena mũno na Ngai akũrathime mũno.
Tondũ ona kĩrĩa no ndamaheire matirĩthi ũrĩrĩ yani ndarĩirio nĩ Ngai thikũ icio na no makwĩre ngĩoka gũkũ ndakorire mũthuri ũyũ akomete harĩa hatarĩ gĩtĩ na hatarĩ kĩ
akomete tĩri-inĩ.
Haya, is it true? Marĩ niĩ ndaingĩrire ngĩrĩra ũyũ arĩ thibitarĩ gũtwara kana. Niĩ ũrĩa Ngai eraga mũndũ atĩrĩrĩ ũkĩra ũthiĩ kwa mũng'ania. Niĩ nĩ ndokire ngĩkinya haha mũthuri akĩnjĩra karibu. Niĩ kũingĩra harĩa rĩ ndakorire ciana 4 na mũthuri akomete akĩnjĩra atĩ ikara ngĩrigwo kũrĩa gũikarĩra. No ĩrerire Ngai atĩrĩrĩ kuria wathiĩ rĩ hanana na andũ acio nĩ ndaingĩrire na tũkĩaria na kĩrĩa ndarĩ nakĩo ngĩmatigĩra ũyũ tũgĩcemania nake harĩa akiuga thibitarĩ niĩ ndiahotire kũmwarĩria ndamwĩrire ndigũcoka thiĩ mũciĩ nĩkuo nyuma kumanagia na hau no makwĩre nĩ ndambĩrĩirie kwa ikinya rĩao na nĩ ndĩmwĩraga ona itũra ona makwĩre rĩ tarĩu harĩ mũtumia ũririe nyina akũiwa Njaramba oka gwakwa anjĩra ũhoro nĩwe wĩnaguo he tondũ we nowe ndona ũngĩteithia mũciĩ ũcio ndamwĩra niĩ rĩ kũu rĩ ndĩrageretie ũrĩa ngũhota ndĩrona kĩengei agĩteithia mũciĩ ndĩroria kaĩ ithuĩ tũtangĩteithia ta ũcio magateithania nĩ thikagĩrĩria kĩrĩa kĩ ona Madi nĩ thikagia mathĩna ma andũ harĩ kipindi kĩa kĩrĩa kĩa testimony Kĩgoco FM ĩkoragwo ĩrĩ kĩrĩa yakwa mũno na nĩ thikagĩrĩria maũndũ marĩa marahappen so ngĩoya ikinya ngĩra Ngai atĩrĩrĩ na harĩ ko wandeithia hote kwarĩrĩria mũtumia ũyũ niĩ ona tinie ngera Ngai he ũndũ ndingĩhota ku spread ũhoro ũyũ wake wonekane ahote gũteithĩka no rĩu rĩrĩa mũirĩtu wakwa okire akĩnjĩra nĩ ndamoya video na ndamoya mbica ngĩmwĩra ke tũtigĩre kĩ Ngai rĩu kumanagia na hau rĩ rĩrĩa nderwo nĩ mũkire rĩ ndera Ngai thengio nĩ ũkonjĩra nĩ yahingũka ĩto nĩ ũrĩ wiki ndũngĩhota no rĩu twanyitana rĩ kwaria maginya gĩa kũrĩa nĩ akuona ici nĩ ciana no ona itirĩ na nguo ta rĩu niĩ ndirĩ na nguo ndingĩhetwo na tũtũ wakwa mũnini nĩ ũrĩa ndĩkĩna tũnini rĩu itateithie mũirĩtu ũcio ũrĩ secondary na mĩbuto ta ya Wanjikũ rĩ mwanake wake agimarĩra gwakwa agĩtwarwo nĩ Maina nĩ ũmũĩ
Maina wa Gathu
Maina Nelson Maina wa Karume kahĩ gakwa gakĩmũtwara kũgimara ngĩrigwo kũrĩa mwana agũtwarwo Maina akĩhingũra nyũmba yake akiuga mwanake ũcio aikare kũu thikũ iria akũhona na nĩ mwanake ũcio aumire arĩ mũhonu nĩrĩ okire nĩ mwakĩona kũrĩa aikaraga na aumĩte we kanyũmba ka Maina gakĩrĩ kega no nĩ nderire Ngai na atumia makĩnjĩra atĩrĩrĩ Ngai nĩ arĩkũrathima agĩkorwo nĩ wahota kũrera mwana ũcio nĩma nĩ weka gĩko gĩa tha ngĩmwĩra rĩu rĩ ndĩkũ kũu ngũgĩmũtwaraga kũrĩa augaga agũthiĩ rĩ ũmenye arĩtwo aheo nyũmba aikũrũkagie irio kũrĩa kũheo we ũheo nyũmba no irio ndũkũherwo mwana so ũrĩa ya mũrigo ũkaruga kĩrĩa ũraruga ũgatwarĩra mwana ũcio ndĩto mũrigo niĩ ndamwĩrire gũtirĩ kĩrĩa ndĩrenda kĩrĩa tũrĩrĩaga nake nĩ kĩarĩkaga atĩa nĩ kĩarĩrĩaga na nĩguo.
It is so unfortunate that I lost a piece of this audio, but this lady kept narrating to us how and what this family requires. And for example, she was telling us there's no lighting here, hakuna stima, such that if these kids, we have 2 kids who are in high school, and if they are to do their homeworks, they usually use the firewood yenye inawaka, they use that to do their assignments. If it's in terms of maybe the dark in the house and there are small kids in that house, you cannot even see where the baby maybe is sleeping or has seated, because at that particular moment the house is totally dark. So another challenge that she explained this family is going through, you've heard her mention that they didn't have a bed, but she offered to give one that is used by the parents, though they don't have any beddings. What? So I'm just imagining the weather has already changed. Right now it's very cold while outside, and at night, as much as you are in the house and it's warm under the blankets, but huwezi hata toa any of your part outside that blanket, ni venye kuna baridi. So you can imagine an entire night sleeping without a blanket. This lady looked very disturbed by this story, such that she narrated, since the day these people came here, it became her burden. She takes care of her the way she can. It got to a point whereby she broke down. It was so painful. It was sad to see a neighbor that hamjazaliwa na yeye. She doesn't know this family, but she've taken them as family. She've taken their burden. These are people who narrated to us and told us that they have families. And if you heard them mention earlier, it's like some of them are capable of helping them, but kila mtu akona maisha yake. But some of the villagers who are within that place, and this immediate neighbor of them is the one who takes care of them, who takes care of what they will eat. If she has anything to offer, she will offer them, because her last born is that girl who is around 20 years, who wrote on Facebook about this family. So you can imagine, if she wants to support this family through maybe giving them clothes, hawa watoto wadogo, her last born is not that small such that anaweza pata hizo nguo, but she ensures that at least they've fed, because like that day they wrote on Facebook, they didn't even have anything to feed on. So this lady is the one who sacrificed and gave them something to eat, so that at least they can get help. It was so sad. It was so heartbreaking to the rest of us to see a mom, to see someone from just nowhere, who took the burden of this family and without demanding any payment. Yani, it got so emotional, and I was like, well, surely God sends someone in our lives, someone who will at least make our situation comfortable. Because according to this lady, she's not capable to take their burden, maybe to buy them a land, to build them a house, but at least she can afford to offer that meal. At least she can afford to pull in some friends and mobilize them to take food to this family and all that. So yeah, so this home requires a lot. You can even see kama ni vitu kama basin, they don't usually have basin. If ni kama choo, this is what they use for a toilet. Guys, and we sit down and maybe think and feel we are lacking, we are not where we want to be. Uniambia mtu kama huyu anaweza sema nini? So that is the washroom, and then ukikuja this other side, I think this is where they usually clean their clothes, and then we have the hanging lines. On this side, if you look well, there's a door from this side, and I inquired from this man whose place it was, and akasema it's for one of his sons who got initiated. And according to our tradition, kijana akisha komana atahiriwe, they can no longer share the house with the other family members. So they had to do something to at least find him a place to sleep. So this is the entrance of the main house, if I would call it that. And this door gets through to that room of that son. Over there, where you see that chair and two mattress, that is where four kids lay their heads. Oh my God. May God send someone who will change a story to this family. May God touch someone's heart out there who can just change their story and put a smile on their faces. Imagine 5 kids sleeping kwa hii kiti wakiwa peke yao. I'm trying to imagine wanalalanga aji. Do they fit in that chair? And then they use those blankets to cover themselves. So I understand from this neighbor and this lady who owns this home that for them as parents, they don't cover themselves. So they prefer giving the blankets to the kids. Wajifunike at least wapate usingizi. And yeah, this is the size of the mattress. You can see venye inatoshana, and then even the condition of this mattress. Na huko chini hakuna pillowcase, ni mbao. Uniambie watoto 5 wakiwa wamelala hapo. How do they even get that sleep? But we picked that the joy that is in this home, they are already contented with what they have, the space they have. And over there, you can see a curtain over there. It leads to the bedroom of their parents that we didn't want to enter. I'm very sure hata hatungeona kitu juu ya giza. Plus again, we felt like what we saw hapa tu kwa sitting room was just enough to show that they really require some help. Just see a smile on this lady. Now, one thing I would tell you, wow, I talked to this lady and I saw my mom in her. Yani, she's so powerful and believes in future. She believes that she will do all she can to see her kids. Yani, she will do anything she can kuhakikisha watoto wake wamesoma and they've changed their story. Yani, she's so optimistic. Oh my God. Yani, it was so unbelievable. As much as hii boma inahitaji a lot of help, a lot of basics to make them survive, the belief that this lady has, wacha tu, ni ingine amepewa kutoka kwa Mungu. So finally, with the team that I came with, we had done a little shopping for them, some foodstuffs, because we didn't know what they required. So we passed through a supermarket. We picked a few items that they required, that we felt they required, and then we passed through the market and bought a few foodstuffs again, the perishable goods, like the beans, that is the cereals, and the potatoes, maybe the carrots, and anything that is needed for to put food on that table. And this amazing lady over here led us in a prayer. She spoke some kind words towards this family. She prayed that God will direct someone who is right at this home to change their story and to put a smile on their faces. We need to thank God for what He has.
Wow. Unaona anti mpaka anauliza chopa ni nini? Chopa ni nini hata sikiwa najua. Sasa mimi nafikiria chopa ati chopa, najaribu kuangalia kwa movie. Chopa inakuanga nini? Sisi ndio nimejua ni aeroplane. Utakuwa, si ndio? Yes, work hard. Utakuwa pilot.
We were lucky to meet with this guy who was in Form 2, and we chatted a little bit to know from him how Form 2 was and the challenges that he's going through, and we tried to encourage him and let him know it's only for a time. And then kidogo tukiwa tu hapo, we were lucky to meet the first born daughter. I was so happy to talk to that lady.
Because it is very important.
I was so happy to talk to this lady who is the firstborn in this home, and being a girl who comes from such a homestead, I was able to interact with her, with my friends, and then after that, she followed me up to talk, a girl's talk, on some of the challenges that she's going through that were so touching. And I was like, where? Whew. Things are hard. Things are hard. And I thank God that we came, that we listened to this family. And at this particular moment, we were talking to this girl, getting to know some of the challenges that she encountered as a firstborn. And some of these challenges were she has to work to help the parents bring up these other kids. And at the same time, she's in school. And I mentioned hakuna stima kwa hii boma na hakuna taa kwa hii boma. So, being a student, what they do, they normally do their studies using firewood. Unaina ile moto inawakanga kwa kijiti. That is what they use. If they are lucky and their mom's phone has power, they can use a torch in that kasimo to do their assignments. So you can imagine, this kid who comes from this home, alikuja na homework nyumbani, and hajamaliza homework. The following day anapata that teacher who doesn't want to know huyu mtoto ametoka background gani, na what is happening back at home and all that. But I'm glad that hii familia imeshikana, inapendana, and they are so hopeful about future and all that. And again, talking to these two kids, yani if you know a place called Marwa, they go to school all the way to that place. I think it's a place, ni place unaweza enda maybe in a 2 hours walking every day, Monday to Friday, and sometimes on Saturday. Every day they trek all the way. We gave them hope, and tukaambia wasi give up. Life is not easy, but at the same time, the clock is still ticking, and when God's time is right, He will for sure make everything beautiful. The smiles on their faces made us full. Yani, me, I was so happy. It was time to leave, it was time to go, but our hearts were full. And we thanked God that we created that time, we spared that moment to go and put a smile on this family. And if there's anyone out there who has anything to offer to this family, because they require a lot of resources, especially the material things like beddings, and those other stuffs. If you're out there and you have anything that you can give, I pray that you put a smile on this family by doing so. Thank you very much, guys, for watching and consuming this content, and I hope, being a festive season, you'll find it in your heart to put a smile on someone's face. It doesn't have to be money, but anything. It doesn't have to be money, but you can just find something from your home that you can share with someone, ndo at least wafeel wamekumbukwa at this festive season. Thank you very much, guys. Have a blessed night, and may God bless you as we purpose to help this family. Until next time, bye bye and have a good night.